My personal view is that every brand should have a music strategy, because it doesn't need to be a kind of a frontline strategy in the sense of a festival, an artist partnership. But if you think about a TV advert, every brand will have music in their TV advert. So understanding the kind of music profile of their audience should be part of their marketing plan.
The first thing to say is that because consumers have changed, obviously brand partnerships are now growing in importance in terms of our business and in the music industry, and that's partly because consumer acceptance of partnerships has changed itself. It's now seen, where it was once seen as kind of selling out and selling your soul to the devil, modern consumers, young consumers see it as actually it's a symbol of success.
The best outcome for a brand partnership between an artist and the brand, it really depends on what their objectives are. You know, from an artist's perspective, it could be that this particular campaign enables them to do something really creative that they wouldn't be able to do themselves because they wouldn't have the funding necessarily to do it. It could support them in getting their music out via a new platform and reaching new audiences that would align with their music and their style and their creativity. For a brand, it could be that they really want to portray themselves as a brand that really understands what their audience wants.
Ubiquity is a really big thing for us. So for us to be able to talk to people like Starbucks and Uber and other companies like that means that we're able to be in different spaces and access people throughout their whole day rather than just at different times. Our partner, out of the arrangements when we're talking about brand partnerships, they're able to access our full Spotify catalogue. They're able to curate their own playlists. So from Starbucks' point of view, they're able to understand the kind of music they're pushing across their whole Starbucks network and understand that if they're trying to portray a certain feeling within their stores, then music's a really good way of doing that.
I think brands are so interested in partnering up with artists and getting to the music space because their consumers care about it perhaps more than anything else, in terms of it is the #1 passion point both in the UK and globally. The opportunities to establish that really intense kind of emotional connection are there. And not only that, the actual medium itself is one which is very fertile for telling rich and emotive stories.
I think there's always three parties. There's the brand and what they want to do. There's the artist or the music they're going to be using for that campaign, and there's also the audience. And I think as long as you keep those three things in mind, it has to be a win-win for all of those three.